guys.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeana.
And we are Hollywood Haunters. I bid you welcome, children.
Wow, open my eyes.
I'm over here working and I see these nasty clouds, but hopefully they're moving the other way. They got some serious thunder coming out of them. Ooh! Oh no! So today what I've been doing is I've been skinning this frame here on the ticket booth, and the way that I did it is I cut out all these openings. I did all my measurements and cut them out freehand. I used a circular saw and just kind of dipped it down in there, and then I used a jigsaw around the curved areas, and then sanded it. It turned out pretty good. Now I'm working on this crown molding on the top, and what I'm doing is I'm adding this little 1-inch piece to make it pop out. I'm cutting those at 22.5 degrees, and I'm cutting it upside down in the chop saw. Part of the reason why I added this too is because it brings this out to that little space that I have already built on the roof. And what I'll do is once I get all my points connected, I'll go back in here and I'll add some little stiffeners, some little 45 cuts. I'm gonna probably build up some little decorative pieces that go on each side of there, so take advantage of this lip there. But yeah, that crown is actually the most expensive thing that we purchased. I think it was like, I want to say like $3 something a foot. So crown molding is expensive, especially if you get the real wood stuff. I looked for some MDF white stuff, but there just wasn't anything that kind of looked really decorative. It was pretty plain. So I'm going to cut these pieces and I'll show you guys. So you see how that piece went on, and if this was like a permanent installation like in a house, I would take like some wood glue and some of the sawdust and rub it in these cracks and fill it up that way. But since this is a haunted type of a ticket booth, we're going to let that crack be there. I don't really think it's that big anyway.
So you see how we have these squares right here? Well, those look way too nice. So I'm gritting it up. I'm just using the sanding disc right there. And I'm just nicking some of the edges. Just trying to make it not look so square. Just giving it a little couple chippies here and there. Let's see if I can find some more. Have I done this one yet? Yes, I have, right there. Yeah, it's going good.
I still have to add the pieces up in the top to support it, but all the crown molding is on. And man, I barely had enough. I bought a 12-foot section. I made one wrong cut with my angle, and you can see where I actually nailed a tiny little piece on there. So if it would have been any more, I would have had to buy more. Hopefully that fits inside that little space on the ceiling. I don't know, we'll find out. I'll give it to Jeana so she can bang it up with a grinder and age it all up. Goodbye, nice crown. See you later.
I am done priming all the ceiling panels, and that took forever. But I'm excited because now I get to paint and make these babies look awesome. Now, I know that I look like a dork, but it's going to be hot and sunny today, and you got to wear your protection, especially when there's a lot of UV outside. But beyond that, I asked you guys on Facebook if you guys would help me between traditional and going with my gut. So, are you guys ready to see what my gut is? Hold your breath. You guys were not expecting that, were you? And now you're going, oh, she should have went with traditional. Sometimes when you're doing a project, if it's not new and exciting, it just feels like work. So this is going to be a challenge for me, and I am super stoked. So I've already got it mixed, and let's paint. Woohoo!
So I just took some 2x4s, ripped them down, made these little blocks. I've got some small ones that I'm going to put in each corner here at the top. And then I made these larger ones for the bottom. They're going to go, like I said, on each corner. And what I did is after I ripped them in the table saw, I just took a little 1/8 inch round over and did all the sides and did a little light sand. I'm sure Jeana's gonna beat those up too. Well, they're all on there now. What do you guys think?
It's awesome.
Thanks, honey. Now, I'm gonna get to work on the little shelf pieces and keep moving along.
Trying to get to you, but it's so windy.
It doesn't look real windy.
Well, now with the wind nine.
Jeana's over there trying to tell you guys how windy it is. It ain't even windy. The trees don't lie.
Here it is, pink on pink. You guys like it, right? I've got all of these pieces so far. The majority of them are painted. Now here comes the fun part. I get to paint this right here pink and this right here pink as well. And then we're gonna go back over and this big trim piece will be gold. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. So far so good, but now comes the time-consuming part.
Look at the carnage. Trees blown over.
I think it was Bigfoot scratching his back against him.
He also didn't like your paint either. He knocked all that stuff down too.
I know, I'm lucky I put the lids on.
Gosh, and he didn't even have the decency to fold our tarp up nicely.
Jeez, come on, Mr. Sasquatch.
We had a little fire last night. Made some little hot dogs. But here is what the ticket booth looks like. Last night we were playing with different kinds of lighting inside the booth. What looked good on little Mr. Skelly right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You are a freak show.
I know.
But yeah, this is what the booth looks like. We painted the inside all black, and Jeana's gonna get started painting the outside. But this is
those cords hanging down were Chris's idea.
yeah, that's to give it some realism.
The string on the skeleton was my idea. There's paint everywhere.
Ooh, ah. I'll let you show this probably.
Hey, don't look at my workstation. You're gonna see all my beer bottles. I am all finished with all 4 ceiling panels. There's your dark pink, your gold, and your light pink. And I haven't aged it yet, so don't worry folks, it's not gonna be a carousel. Alright, moving on to the ticket booth right here. I want to make it mostly wood and gold with a little bit of marble at the bottom. But because I can't use my aging, the steel wool and vinegar technique on this, because there's so many different types of wood, who knows what the outcome would be, I have another little secret. So if you mix black paint with a lot of brown paint and then water it down, this, let's see if we can get the color. This is the color you get. And this is on Luan, so depending on what word you're using, depends on what color you get. But this is basically it. Then, if you want a more reddish wood tone color, you add red to your paint mixture. So I add a little bit of red, and this is what we got. This is the color I'm going to use, and I'm going to brush the majority of it on here and make it look like it's got a wood grain effect. Thing is if you water down your paint more, the wood grain from the natural wood will still show through. And that's what I'm hoping for on this. So let's get to it and see how it turns out. You can always paint over it, right? Here is the brown. And I like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and go forward with it. While that was drying, I went ahead and filled all the staple holes, the nail holes again. And it went all the way around, so I'll sand that. And now, let's paint this baby never to be bare wood again.